South Africa was built on mining. Gold, diamonds and coal have made mine owners extremely rich. Companies benefited from their close relations with the government. Thousands of workers who put in their blood and sweat underground lost their lives. Mining families are poor to this day. The Mpumalanga coalfields supply Eskom with power. The names of new miners echo around the coalfields. Alongside Oppenheimer and De Beers, we now have Ramaphosa, Gupta, Zuma. Moses Masango worked for 25 years at the Optimum mine, now owned by the Gupta family and President Jacob Zuma's son Dudezane. Despite mining coal, Moses lives without power. Workers are not allowed to use coal from the mine. When Moses started working on the mine, it was owned by huge multinational firm Glencore. In 2012, the mine's profits were down. They started firing workers. Moses lost his job. Glencore approached Eskom CEO Brian Molefe for more cash for their coal. Molefe turned them down. Enter the Guptas. The game changed. Eskom transferred R500 million for coal to a Gupta company, enabling them to buy the mine. Eskom then stood surety for a further 1.5 billion rands. Molefe appeared to have used his influence and state resources to enrich the Gupta family, the business partners of President Zuma's son. This is what has come to be known as state capture. How does it work?
You have to actually go out of your way to weaken state organs. That you do by actually targeting good, honest, hard-working civil servants. Once you hound them out, then you would replace them with people that will basically do your bidding.
Evidence is emerging that this is exactly what the Guptas tried at government institutions, from Metro Rail and PRASA to Transnet, Denel and SAA. At Transnet, they received billions in commissions for a train tender. Where they failed to get their way, they seem to have had the power to fire CEOs and ministers. Mzwanele Jimmy Manye managed 1 billion rand of government advertising allegedly targeted by the Guptas. He now heads a media empire acquired with their backing. He defends their actions.
They have disrupted the eating of the white monopoly capital. This is why the Guptas are hated. The Guptas have found white monopoly capital at the main table eating alone, and they are part of this now.
Journalist Sabelo Skiti has documented state capture. He rejects the view that the Guptas are good for transformation.
There's no need for people to capture the state and use that argument as a red herring.
Jimmy, look at your conscience and look at whether what you are being paid is sufficient for you to contribute to selling South Africa.
Magda Wierzycka is one of the richest women in South Africa. She fired KPMG from her investment company over their links with the Guptas.
The state capture project has made every South African poorer.
The other part that is not really thoroughly discussed is what happens to people's faith in democracy.
Mark Swirling co-authored a report on state capture called Betrayal of the Promise.
The project of political leadership. The disillusionment with political leadership is actually going to take is going to cause much more severe damage in the long run.
Back on the Mpumalanga coalfields, mine worker Moses Masango blames his continued unemployment on state capture.
Omunye umfo wathi silamba negwili ngoba bonke balapha emaparlamente nje bathi abanamali. Amagupta la afika nokuthi azosixosha, hayi ukuthi azoletha umnotho. Abahambe bebuyele esweni labo na umsholozi ephume esikhundleni kungena abanye. Just umuntu ozophatha lo mbuso wala eSouth Africa uphathe ngendlela right.